4,000. A medical emergency has occurred. A stricken child must be taken to a specialized hospital. Time is the crucial factor. In both critical and common situations, general aviation is making the difference every day. Here are just a few of the many stories of general aviation at work.
Open the camera door. We're coming up on the job. 2 degrees to the left.
This plane is a vital part of the state of Virginia's Department of Highways and Transportation. It keeps 3 pilots, a cameraman, and 50 technicians busy all year.
On course, begin and run.
We take the photos that are converted to maps to give our engineers specifics on terrain and rock formations for roadway construction. In fact, we could map the entire state faster and more accurately from the air than George Washington could survey one township on foot. In addition to our work for the Department of Transportation, we also help out other state agencies like Game and Inland Fisheries, Forestry, Flood Control, and state parks. The techniques that we use, such as infrared photography, are being used by many private companies for things like oil exploration all around the world.
Car 56 to 60, Darrell.
60, go ahead, Larry.
Darrell, we'd like to spray section 22 tonight. We got quite a legacy infestation out here.
Farming around the world has become a science. It has to be, to get the most from the land. Aerial application is part of that science. There's no other way to as effectively and economically treat crops.
Darrell, let's start this around sunset, about 6:30.
Yeah, okay, Larry, we'll start when the bees are safely in their hive. The farmer and the aerial applicator work hand in hand. To protect bees and other beneficial insects, we often do our application work at night. The modern ag plane is a carefully designed machine. They can apply fertilizer, spray for insects and disease, even seed from the air. In fact, 90% of America's rice crop is planted from the air. The general aviation airplane is a vital resource for us. It's changed the entire concept of modern farming. They do things that couldn't be done before.
There are many special tasks accomplished by general aviation. One of the newest might be called banking by air. General aviation planes fly tight schedules to move billions of dollars in canceled checks, keeping the accounts of individuals and companies in order and helping the government to better control the nation's money supply. Other vital uses include carrying the U.S. mail and handling priority cargo. Many general aviation planes fly commuter runs that provide over 600 communities with their only scheduled air service. In addition, general aviation planes are being rented or chartered to fly anyone or anything, almost anywhere. Flexibility, speed, and efficiency make general aviation the answer for a multitude of special jobs that benefit everyone, from firefighting to traffic control, from law enforcement to pollution control. Right now, there are over 250,000 people employed in general aviation. These jobs include skilled maintenance of airframes and power plants, engineering and design, manufacturing, sales, and management, and maintenance of navigation and communication systems. There are schools all around the country that provide the training needed for these jobs.
Rapid mag drop telling us probably we've got something wrong on one spark plug. So pull an inspection on the engine. And
Many developing countries are finding it much cheaper to operate general aviation planes and airports than to build highway or railroad networks. With our training and technology, these nations are making the most of their resources. Most pilots, whether they fly in general aviation, for the airlines, or in the armed forces, learn to fly in a general aviation airplane.
While we're taxiing now, the fluid in your magnetic compass?
Most pilots trained in this country began at a general aviation fixed-base operation attached to a community airport. There are hundreds of these flight schools all over the country. Just about everywhere there's an airport, you'll find a flight instructor. More and more people are learning to fly for a lot of practical reasons nowadays. 3/4 of general aviation flying is for business and commercial uses. In fact, a lot of my flight students are already business people or going into business aviation.
I'm in sales, and as my business increased, I could no longer reach all of the customers I had to reach, pay the proper amount of attention to each, and still live a normal life and a family life. In an aircraft, it's a relatively simple matter to cover a 500-mile stretch. Time in the airplane will be 3 3/4 hours as opposed to 8 hours in the automobile. If I didn't fly, I'd be out of town 3 to 4 nights a week. Flying, I'm out of town 1 to 2 days a month. But I have many hundreds of airports available to me that are not available to the airline passenger. I'm able to be of service to these people, to deliver materials they need, to deliver the service they expect from me. I'm able to be there when they need me. I'm able to supply materials when they have inadvertently run out of materials. You can call and I'm there. It makes a difference in my business. There is a general aviation field never more than 5 or 6 miles from any given location. If you're able to apply the material at 300 degrees Fahrenheit, this material will work, and we'll be happy to get the material to you as quickly as we can. Will you need it this week?
Could we have it by Thursday?
Right, I'll put some in the airplane and bring it out to you. Probably be able to get it here by Wednesday. In the aircraft, I'm flying 138 miles an hour, and that makes a heck of a difference. Their efficient use of energy creates an environment in which I can travel far greater speeds than 55 miles an hour. Because of the things I've been able to do with the single-engine airplane in the 3 states that I've been working in, my company has decided that I have another 12 states to service. Because of that, I'm going to be moving up and getting into a twin-engine aircraft. Believe me, if general aviation aircraft didn't make sense to the small businessman, I couldn't possibly have one.
Our company started using general aviation planes just after World War II, and the growth of our fleet has gone hand in hand with the decentralization of our plants. We now have more than 100 plants all around the country. This trip, for example, is accomplishing a couple of tasks. It's transporting engineers to a plant, and it's also a sales trip to show our customers firsthand what we've got to sell.
Nice to see you again. Real good.
It would take 3 days and 3 separate car trips to accomplish what we can do in 1 day with 1 plane. Our salesmen find customers more receptive. Our technical and management personnel make more efficient use of their time. The small community with an airport, and there are almost 13,000 of them across the country, is the kind of place companies look to for expansion. We can decentralize our operations and take advantage of lower costs, better living conditions, and available labor. Since the airlines only serve 425 of those 13,000 airports, our business couldn't decentralize without general aviation. Our planes are flexible, efficient business tools.
General aviation is a tool for both large and small businesses. It saves time and money. It's safe and fuel efficient. Each year, over 100 million people travel in general aviation planes to connect with scheduled airlines, for business reasons, for personal transportation and tourism. And it's America's network of community airports that makes this rapid transportation in both common and critical situations a reality.
Okay, Dow, you all right? John, you all set up around head first, please. Very good. There you go, right up in.
Lifeguard 55 Echo Sierra. Standing by for Spanish direct to Newcastle.
Roger, Lifeguard 55 Echo Sierra. Ambulance awaiting you.
The doctor's waiting for us. She's going to be okay.
She'll be fine.
General aviation is where it all began.
My business really depends on general aviation and small community airports.
As an engineer and pilot, I can say that this airplane has been invaluable to the state of Virginia.
Jobs go to where the people are.
Our job is not merely flying, it's helping to produce more food for the people in the world.
I believe that there is a future in general aviation. I believe there's a future there for anyone that wants a challenging and rewarding career.
General aviation is 250,000 airplanes at work in the sky worldwide. General aviation is all flying, except the airlines and the military. It is a growing industry, serving America, serving the world for the benefit of everyone.